We move on to Rhea Ripley, and then we of course get another Nia Jax moment. She comes out and is being interviewed by Michael Cole, which is basically Michael Cole just saying one thing and then just like leaving because it's like I don't know.
That's my favorite part of wrestling. Sometimes it's like we're gonna have the interviewer. It is one sentence, and then that interviewer is like, it's
he's like,
incredible.
I value my life, so I'm leaving.
Michael.
So Nia's just out there, I mean, basically just hyping herself up and what she has done to Becky and how she took out Becky again last week. Talks about how she is going to be in the Royal Rumble and she is going to be the one to main event Mania, blah, blah, blah. In mid-sentence, we have our queen, Rhea Ripley, who, oh my God, I wanted to be a part of that crowd so bad. And let me tell you, if I was in Washington still, I would have been there at that show. So Portland was a phenomenal audience.
Phenomenal crowd. They were really good.
They were loving them some mommy, which I just love for Rhea because it's like she's not supposed to be cheered for, but it's like they can't help but chant for mommy.
She got that aura.
Yeah, she really does. Rhea comes out much to the appeasement of the crowd, and she says that Nia talks a big game, but she's already won the Royal Rumble. She already basically main evented WrestleMania, and she became champion. And she's like, I also knocked you out of the Royal Rumble. So she says, you can beat Becky, but you are not Rhea bloody Ripley. And I was like, that is right, because you are a goddess, Rhea. You are a goddess. So yeah. So Nia credits her for her reign and says that like you are one of the most dominant champions ever, if not the most dominant champion of the women's division ever. But you're only still champion because you are too scared to give me a shot. And she says, when I win the Royal Rumble, I am going to choose the EU. And then she drops the mic like she did a pipe bomb. And I was like, girl, you've gotten much better on the mic, but let's not get carried away. Okay. Let's not.
Yeah, that was too much.
I'm okay with this because we already were seeing a tease of her versus Rhea anyway. So for her to be like, okay, if I win, I'm gonna go for you. We already know that if it's somebody from Raw, they're going to choose Rhea to be against, but I still don't think that's what's gonna happen. But I feel like this kind of does they're kind of trying to like create opportunities for storylines that they can follow after the Rumble for Rhea, because we're assuming, if we're under the assumption that Bayley's going to win and she's going to challenge Io, because also it doesn't mean that she has to choose Io right away. People also think that you need to choose right away. No, you don't. You have like until like a couple weeks before Mania or a week before, whatever. Like you don't have to choose. So that's a possibility as well. This is setting up, okay, maybe Rhea faces Nia at Mania. Maybe she faces Becky. Maybe she faces somebody else. Like there's other people that are getting involved. And so I'm for this. Like, I don't think this is what the match will be at Mania, but at least it's like an interesting aspect to what could be.
It's chatter. It's chatter about Rhea Ripley and who she's going to defend against, which is what you want if you're WWE right now. You don't need Rhea to be fighting every week. She's not that type of champion. She's doing backstage segments. She's part of her bigger story at the end of the day. So you don't need her on television. You need, excuse me, you need to set her up for the future so that when these big events happen, like, I don't know, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, even the big event in Australia, her home country, that's coming up in between them, you need to have her have definitive opponents there, and just having her have little feuds with those three, I think is perfect. And by three, I do mean the Rumble winner Bayley.